and that should work. Sorry, everyone, just pause for a second. And there, that worked. Okay, so we are live on both now. We should be good to go. Sorry about that. So here's our citrine piece. I don't know, it's probably about, I'd say 3 inches long, 1.5 wide. What I like about this one is not only the really great color and sparkle of it, but I like this raw side on the back. It's got all the different layers you can see, and it's a really nice piece. So look for that on our store. And also, we're just going to leave it here. I'm just going to move it out of the frame a little bit, but it's going to be here and be part of the reading. So you can use rocks and crystals to sort of to help when you're doing your own readings, or just to hold with you during the day. Here's the Sodalite. There's 2 different pieces we have of that. It's really dark blue with like this vein of white going through it. It sort of looks marbly. Almost, this one I think almost looks like a tie-dye. It's really dark blue and pretty. So we'll set those here, and let's just start with the cards. So if you're first time here, here's the deck, the Spiritual Support for Entrepreneurs, and created by myself and my friend Kathy Weiss. 44 card deck and 138 page guidebook. Gives you all the information on all the cards, and then the cards themselves, which are this really cool matte black with the gloss black logo, which not only looks cool, but makes it easier to hold and shuffle and draw. So there's our little brief introduction to that for those of you joining for the first time or watching the replay for the first time. Let's pick a card together, and then let me make sure we're all getting updated here on let's pick a card for the week. Also, you'll see in the background is the workbook and journal that comes free with your purchase of your deck. It helps you keep track of your readings or keep tracks of your thoughts. And here's a sample page. You would draw 3 cards or 1 card or 2, whatever you want, and you take your notes on the reading that day. This gives you the opportunity to come back like the next day or a week, or if you're doing like your year in review, you can go back and look at some of the questions you were asking and see, you know, how that turned out. So for now, let's do a Monday card. And just hit me up with some comments in the chat if you're here, and think about if you would like to have your own card. This would be a collective one for all of us, sort of the general feeling of this week. For me, this is my birthday week, so, you know, it's always a little more exciting. Tomorrow is my birthday, and so got a pretty good week ahead. Lots to do. Oh, talking about lots to do, and then we pull out the waiting card. Sometimes it's what you need to do, and sometimes it's a game. So I think this week we need to have clarity on what we're doing, meaning if you are procrastinating, or if you are avoiding something, or you really do just need to have patience and wait. You know, sometimes it's hard to know the difference, which one you should be doing. So I think the overall message for the week is just notice what you're doing. Are you afraid so you are not doing whatever the action is, or are you just waiting because you need to? Patience. And sometimes, well, I don't know, sometimes, like, I feel like the whole past year we've all been waiting for whatever, you know, for things to get back to normal, or a vaccine, or waiting to go back to work, or waiting to go on your vacations, or, you know, whatever it is. I feel like there's been a lot of that. So I think this week is just in continuance of that, but to notice the difference between waiting and maybe the procrastination. So if anybody is here and would like a card, let me know in the comments. And if you have to jump off, that's fine. You could still write your name in and we'll pull a card and you can come back and watch the replay. But this whole time together is not only for me to pull a card for you, but to see how the cards work. And to maybe learn a little bit, in this case, about some of these other tools you can use, the rocks and crystals. So you can use them as tools or you can just use them as decoration around your house or office, because they're all amazing to look at. And we'll just keep showing more and offering you different tools that you can use. And if you want to take it to your office or have it in your office and you don't, these kind of things are like decor. So if you don't want to make it, out there that you are, taking the energy from them, or you believe whatever, then, this is a great way to just make your office look nice, plus also get the healing properties of some of these things. So let me know in the comments if you would like a card. I haven't seen any comments coming through. So what I'm going to do is just push refresh real quick, because sometimes it just can't quite keep up. There we go. And here we are. So if you like a card, again, just let me know. We'll hang on here. I see there's 6 people on, so just put in your name or say, hey, and morning, sis. See you on there. Or if you're over on YouTube, let us know there too. I know Monday's kind of a busy day, or just getting back to, your regular scheduled program. So if you're here, let me know. We can pull some more cards. Okay, here we go. Sissy, Heather, and Rosalind. So Sissy, let's get yours going first. Motivation. Trust the inner wisdom of why you chose this life of entrepreneurialism. And entrepreneurialism now could be translated to whatever that is. So could be you work in corporate, could be you're an online teacher, could be, all of it applies to anybody, right? So just this card is a reminder to trust the why you are in your life, in your choices now, why you chose those things. And I'm going to put that Sodalite on there for you, because that encourages the rational thought, truth, and intuition, which, look, it blends right into that card. So that's kind of amazing, isn't it? These colors on the cards were chosen intuitively, but this came from, the earth, and where this offers that same thing, that's sort of what this card and the design around it was offering. So that's awesome. Let's see. Heather. Then we've got, welcome, Hope. Glad to have you here. Sherry, welcome. Good to see some new people in here. That's awesome. So let's see. We'll keep you going here. Heather, sit. Commit to a practice that filters out daily noise for you to hear what lies within. So this is a really great one too. Wow, all these messages are sort of coming around the same thing with this Sodalite. So I'm going to make sure to place this on yours as well, Heather. Again, I'm going to read the Sodalite definition or sort of properties. Encourages rational thought, truth, and intuition. Brings emotional balance and calms panic attacks. So what this card also is saying is just stop. You literally sit down and just try to notice whether it's your fears creating this anxiety or this sort of spinning, or if it's a valid thing to be concerned about it. And also committing to taking that time to sit down and meditate or do yoga or whatever it is that calms you. so that you can get to that place. So I think that's really good card for you this week, because I know there's some transitions happening in your house. So perfect timing for that one. And Rosalind hasn't been feeling good. So if you're on here, let's all send Rosalind some healthy vibes and hope that she's feeling better soon. And let's see. This or that, Rosalind. The road is long and varied. Choose each day which way to turn. I love this one because it's a reminder of every day being able to begin again. And we're not going to get from A to B directly, right? There's a lot of different stops and movements in between. And sometimes we need to remember that. So even though you aren't feeling well, this is just part of that road, and I would wish you nothing but health, of course. But this isn't the location or the end point. So just keep going. You're going to feel better. It's going to be great. And maybe just take this opportunity to just really rest. And maybe there's some other opportunity in that time off or away from things. Oh, good. I'm glad you like that one, Rosalind. And let's see, we've got Sherry. Welcome, Sherry. Let's see what we got for you today, Sherry. I'm glad to see you here. Welcome. And for anybody else that's listening, we're here every Monday and Thursday. And if you miss us live, we are on YouTube. So you can subscribe there and get notified when we go live, or you can visit our website and watch the replays. So Sherry, help. And Sherry, since this is your first time in here, or at least commenting in here, these cards were all photographs that I've taken either in nature or places that I've been to. And this one was on a hike where I saw the root of this tree. It was shaped as a heart, and I thought that was really amazing. And the colors in this one are really great, because sometimes asking for help can be really scary, and that's sort of what some of these red and pink and these bright colors sort of represent. But sometimes asking for help can be really cool and caring, and that's what these sort of cooler greens, blues, all of that. But it's just showing that the emotions of help feel differently based on where you are. So the card says, the help you seek will guide you back to your heart. So this card also has to do with, one, asking for help, of course, but two, it could be asking for validation that maybe you already know the answer to, but you might not be either ready to take the step, feeling confident, or maybe you just need some reassurance in that way. So what this card is telling us is all about going within, and the answers are within, but sometimes the answers are to ask for help. So not being afraid to ask for help. And we're really glad to have you here, and I'm so glad you could join us today. And we're putting in some Sodalite on your card as well, which again encourages that rational thought and truth and intuition. And that's really what will guide you to seek help. So welcome, Sherry. Glad to have you here. And I hope we see you again. And we've got Hope, and then we've got one other on YouTube, Doni. Yes, Doni, you can definitely ask a question. Awesome. So let's do Hope first. That's such a great name, right? See what we've got. Seems like take a little bit more shuffling. Let's see, trust. This is one of my favorite ones. Well, actually, it's not even my favorite. It's just the one I get all the time. Trust must arise from the peace you hold within yourself. Begin here. And again, we're going to put this Sodalite right on there to help with this today, because that all has to do with truth and intuition and trusting yourself. And I know for me, that's one of the things I have to work on, is not necessarily trusting other people, but trusting myself. And you'll see in this card, especially, this is one of the more sort of mixed colored cards, because that's what trust feels like. You can go in and out of trust. You can trust can feel good, trust can feel scary, and you'll notice that even the amounts of color are really small because we go in and out of trust so quickly. And it's such an interesting card, and depending on where you're at, whatever that thought you were having when I started reading or talking about the card, that's the one that you should apply this card to. So excuse me, I hope that gives you some insight. And it's really great to have you here and seeing some new people. And um, I love it. So, and remember, entrepreneuraoracle.com, and we've got Donnie has would like a card. He's over on YouTube. So welcome. Also someone new, and let's get your card rolling. And remember, all of these things you can keep track of in the free journal you get with your purchase of the cards. And let's see what we've got for Donnie today. Power. Your influence is your power, like ripples in a pond. And this picture was actually taken in Fort Bragg. And I really love this picture, even though it's a rock in the ocean. It really reminded me of the iceberg concept. So how in an iceberg, most of the iceberg is below the water and we don't even see, no matter how large it is above. So in this case, Donnie, for your question and your concern, I think that there's a lot that you're not showing, or maybe the other person isn't showing. So your power is actually being able to show those parts of you, those smaller, more combined, or more, I don't want to say sensitive, but the parts that we protect more. So that's where your real power is. So I think in the case you were asking about what someone else was thinking of you, I think, you know, your power will be showing them who you really are. And even if it is small little ripples, it will still be effective. And I would say the same for them, letting them show you the same. So, Donnie, I hope that gives you some insight. And it's great to have you here. Welcome. And if there's anybody else that has a question about the cards, or about anything really, let me know in the comments. And Donnie, I want to let you know that I'm putting the Sodalite on your card as well, because that has to do with bringing some emotional balance and truth, intuition, rational thoughts. So it will allow you to make a choice from a more clear space. So I hope that helps you. And this will, and all of these pieces again are going to be available on our website. I'm going to try to get them up there today. But it definitely this week we'll be putting them up there, and then every time I come on, I'll share some more and we'll have them available. So if you've connected with the stone in any way, even during your reading, you could get this exact piece. So let's see what we got here. Anybody else want a card? I think I'm gonna have some coffee, because that's the part I've been skipping today. And the next time we meet will be Thursday at the same time. Donnie, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining us. And if you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe so you'll know when we have some new videos up, and you'll be notified when we go live. And yeah, we'll just keep going as long as we can. So the cards are designed to help you navigate your own emotions, whether it has to do with work or home or just life in general. We know the things we have to do. We know we take courses, we make our to-do lists, we do all these things, but sometimes, a lot of times, we need to help we need help just navigating through our emotions. So it's not about eliminating fear or eliminating the emotions or not feeling them. It's about how to move through them. So um, we hope that if you don't have a deck yet, that you get yourself one at entrepreneuraoracle.com. There's also, again, the new option of getting a private 15-minute reading from me. And then we will be adding some exciting products this week. So thank you for being here. I don't see any new comments. So with that, I will let you enjoy your Monday. And I hope everybody has a great day. And next time I see you, I'll be 1 year older. So have a great day, guys. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Have a good one. And